Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday night live with me here on Nexus. Yeah, so we're back again. I haven't done this. I haven't actually done this for 1 week. That's the only. I'm sort of behind on things now. But yes, I'm back. I'm back in a normal time slot as well. So that's good. So how's everyone been doing? How's everyone been going? I haven't done anything. No part works, no bills, no nothing related. Been very busy doing work and whatnot, so I haven't been able to do anything. So I probably won't. Well, I won't be doing anything now until the new year. So there'll be no part work stuff on the channel until the new year. Patreons will get absolutely bombarded in the new year, January. I've got enough stuff here. I've got Alien, Robocop, Enterprise build. I just haven't got the time to build them at the moment, but in the new year I will do. I've got about 3 months worth of issues or content for YouTube. So patrons will probably get that within the first week of January, and then that will be spread out on the YouTube channel throughout, basically. So January, February, March time. So yeah. So that's what's happening. Obviously, it's now coming up for Christmas now, so I'm only going to do the next Sunday. Is my last live chat live thing. It's the last one before Christmas, and then I won't do one until I think it's the new year. How the Sundays work. So yeah, so this next week's one is the last one of the year. It's not my last video. I'm going to do a sort of a rundown video of stuff that I've done this year, sort of end of review sort of thing. 'Cause a lot of stuff has happened this year. It's been crazy, and it looks like it's about to get even more crazy because yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to get any. I mean, we seem to be in the same position now as we were last year. It's weird, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't go like I think it's going to go, but you never know. So hi Jay, hope you're okay. I'm fine. So I'm like just waiting on Formula One outcome. Oh, why? What happened? I thought Lewis Hamilton had lost. I didn't know. Someone put on Facebook about it, I remember, and it was to do with a safety car or something like that. I don't really follow it. I should follow it a bit more, but yeah. But anyway, hi Jay. Yeah, so that's where I am at the minute. So there's no. So I've got all the stuff. I've got Enterprise, Alien, Robocop. It's just that I haven't got time to do them now until after Christmas. So come January, the patrons will be like, "Can you stop doing this?" Because there's going to be so many videos going out, and I've got enough part work content to last until March. So yeah. Oh right, okay. So Mercedes are protesting. Right, okay. So, but yeah. Can anyone actually hear that? It's on in the background. So yeah, so there's going to be a few more videos going up on YouTube, but probably less than normal. One because I'm working, two because it's Christmas, three because I've not really filmed any content. The last thing I filmed was the XL Nebula ship that Eagle Moss sent me. That was the last thing I reviewed. Now I've got loads of stuff, but I just haven't got the time to sort of set up stuff and all of that. I've got to say the arc reactor. Hang on, if I can grab that. Let me just grab that a second. Yeah. I mean, it's so good. Hang on, let me turn it off. So, Jason, if you're watching, thank you so much for sending me that. Yeah, really good. So yeah, hopefully in the new year I'll be continuing with the Iron Man. Dodge Charger will start up again. I think it's the second week of February. That's when I'm going to start that again. That's when I'm going to start that again. I've got the Enterprise, obviously, Alien, Robocop. Come March, the Alien will be, we'll have issue 52. So it'll actually be a year in March. So a year from then, we'll be finished. It'll be done. I think it finishes about February next, not next year, the year after, obviously, 2023. And then I think it's around September time that year, the Robocop finishes as well. And then I've got to try and look for something to build. I saw the Agora email go out with the two pictures. One is obviously the Titanic, which they've obviously seen as being really, really popular. There's a sort of a Titanic theme at the moment going through. I don't know. I like the Titanic, but I'm not overly. Yeah, I'm not that excited about it. You know, I've seen the movie, I've watched all the documentaries, but yeah, for me, it's also just displaying it because this thing is huge. I think it's bigger than the Bismarck, so it's huge as well. I think the Hachette version is better than Eagle Moss's, simply because it's metal, and then you've got the smoke effect, haven't you, and all the lighting and stuff like that. I just think it's much better. But that's the Titanic. But you've also got obviously the Eagle Moss version, and Lego have done a version as well. So there's lots and lots of Titanics out next year. So hi John, how's it going? Yeah, going good. Yeah, back to our normal time slot. Sorry, Lewis was robbed. Yeah, it was to do with the safety car. Remember? I know someone had put something on my Facebook about it. And yeah, I don't know what happened there, but you know, it's all competition. It's good to have competition because I think Lewis has won it a lot. So it's good for him to lose one or twice. It makes the competition actually more exciting, I think. It makes F1 more exciting when there's a lot. I mean, I used to like F1. Then it started to be a bit repetitive, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, fine, thanks. Yeah, the advent calendars. Yeah, my daughters have been opening their advent calendars and they wanted me to film them, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, they're nice. I actually like both of them because I think having the mini brands look really cool. And then obviously you've got the Marvel pops. You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, so there's not apart from them, there's not a lot of content coming out on YouTube over the next couple of weeks, just because I'm too busy with work and family and everything else. And it's that time of the year as well. Normally, I would have a lot of content, but I put my order in late for France, and then I had to go and do some work and stuff like that. So I've been unable to do anything last week, and I don't think I'm going to get time at all until after Christmas. So, but like I said, patrons will get all of that in January, and then it will be released in the normal batches up until March. So I've got enough content for March, and then everyone on YouTube will get it through March, and everyone on Patreon will get it probably in the first 2 days of January. So I do apologise if you're a Patreon. I do apologise because there's going to be a lot of videos. Love the advent calendars. Yeah, some people now. I've seen people on YouTube do the advent calendars, but they show you everything. So they come out, I think, around September time. Some people buy them and then review the whole thing. And I like it ruins it, doesn't it? You want to see a video every day of you opening it. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? But yeah, I like doing them. The girls wanted me to do them, so that's why I've decided to do them. But yeah, I like both of them. They're really cool. Really cool. I think we're going to do that every year. We normally get them sort of an advent calendar like that, but I've never filmed it before. But I think that's going to be a sort of ongoing thing. Also, as well, I'm sort of working with Eva Moss now. I've got my foot in the door. They did send me something as a sort of a thank you and a Merry Christmas, which I've done the review on. Hopefully, I'll get some more stuff like that. That'd be nice. That'd be nice for the channel as well. So it gives me more content. I think next year we should see the Hogwarts Express. I have mentioned this to Hachette. They just keep saying when it's ready, they'll let us know. So, hiya, Mark. How's it going? I'm going to order issue 100 online and issue 3 a Citroen Spot on Tuesday. Yeah, I've got all my issues are here. All the boxes are here. It came in I've done 2 orders, and it came in big boxes, and they're both here. Yeah. So I spent about £250. It's a lot of money, but I do have issues 21 to 34 of the Alien and issues 5 to 10 of RoboCop. And then I've got I can't remember now, issue 10 or 11 of the Enterprise build as well. And then I'm going to start releasing the Dodge Charger in February, in line with the news agents. So I'm doing that as well. That'll be, I think it's the second week in February I'll start that. And then I'm hoping next year they bring out the Iron Man, because I stopped my Iron Man because I've been told that it will be out in the news agents. So that's why I stopped it. So I'm hoping that comes out next year, and that's cool. But in terms of other builds, I apart from if the Hogwarts Express comes out, because my wife said, "Oh, we're definitely doing that." There's no other bit. There's no other. There is a new build coming from Eagle Moss. Patrons know about it, but I can't really say any more than that. There is a new partwork coming from Eagle Moss, and it's not the Batmobile. That one I can tell you about. Oh right, yes. So the Hogwarts Express. All I keep getting from Hachette is it's not out yet. It's not out yet. So yeah, we just have to wait. I was always told it was coming out, but I think in Germany and places like that they're having a lockdown, so I think that might have put a bit of a spanner in the works. And that is definitely going to put a spanner in the works for Eagle Moss and Fan Home as well, because I've got a funny feeling that's going to happen. You bought the art crap. I'll tell you what, I don't normally do mods, but yeah, that is. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. It is really good, really really good. Yeah, yeah. Well worth getting. Well worth getting, John. And it's a nice. It's really quick, and it makes it 100 times better. Well, I've already got that for when he turns up. When they start bringing that out. So yeah, I've got that. I would imagine that's we've got I think it's the Starsky and Hutch. That's it. Mine went funny then. Yeah, Starsky and Hutch. I think that's due out next year for us, and I think the King Tiger tank as well is due out next year as well. They were both tested this year, so I would imagine that they may get released next year. So, and then there's it's the other picture on Agora's website. So Agora sent out the build up part like newsletter, which obviously showed the Titanic from Hachette, but also showed a car. A lot of people have said that it's a Lamborghini I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I know there was one teased, so it could be it. But I would imagine that there's going to be quite a lot of vehicles coming out next year anyway, because cars are just seem to be the sort of part work thing. What I'm really surprised that they haven't done yet, and that's the Alien build. And as we know, Hachette normally now this is the thing that's totally knocked it out of the woods there. And that's the Titanic. Normally, you get a test run from Hachette, and then they do a full run. And it looks like the Titanic is going for a full run straight away, which is like I've never known that before. Never known that ever. For them, especially Hachette, for them to just bring out a part work as a full release straight away. I mean, it's risky, but I think it's an easy risk because it's the Titanic, and I think a lot of people are going for it. I do think that it's better than the Eagle Moss version, which is the wood one. But there's lots of Titanic-y stuff coming out. You've got the Lego, Eagle Moss, Hachette. I'm just waiting for Fan Home to announce that they're doing one, or the Agostini, and then we'll have a full set. But yeah, there's a lot of Titanics coming out. But no, I won't be doing any of them. They just don't. I've seen the movie. I watched all the documentaries. There's just it's also as well space. Where am I going to put that? I mean, it's bigger than the Bismarck, and I think I would have struggled to place that somewhere. But next year there's a lot coming. I'm going to carry on doing my film reviews. I've got some more wrestling belts coming, so that's all next year. I'm going to start gaming as well. So 1 day a week live, like I'm doing now, but again, I don't know what we'll play. Anything. Anyone can say anything, and you can come along. We can all chat together. I've got my earphones down here. Got my earphones. Got my camera. So yeah. I know. Yeah. It is exactly that, Jay. Yeah, we've had. I think there's another Mustang out from Eagle Moss as well. Diecast Club are doing another Mustang, isn't they? Which I think's out in Germany. It's the green one. There's lots of them about. But yes, it's gonna be a bit of a run on with the Titanics as well. It's all it's all kicking off. I wonder what the next one will be. I don't know. You say, we've got first it was the Mustang, now the Titanic. Well, actually, I think Citroen started it all. Like, how many 2CV Citroen part work builds are there? Loads. Quite a lot of them. They do like their 2CVs, don't they? That's part works. But there's a lot. I think that's what started it. I think that's where it started, and then they've got, the Mustangs are quite good. We'll just keep releasing different styles of Mustangs, and the Titanic. But I'm quite surprised that there's two builds out at the same time, and they're both Titanic. It's a really weird one. I'm looking forward to obviously there's going to be the Batmobile 66 from Eagle Moss coming out. There's another build from Eagle Moss coming out. I've told all my patrons about, and I can't say. But there is another part work coming out from Eagle Moss. But yeah, I'm hoping that the Tumbler, because that's the one I'd really like to build, gets tested next year, and then I can, maybe I can do that when that comes out the following year. Because in 2023, I mean, we're way off yet. In 2023, I might get it then, because I've got the Alien and Robocop finishing. Dodge Charger will be finished, and the Enterprise as well. So it'd be nice to have another one turn up. But yeah, that'd be nice. Airwolf helicopter might be a popular model. Lots of people have said that. Now I do. Sort of, if you watch my channel, obviously you would see that I done a review talk video on Playmobil. Strangely enough, very strangely, they get me 2,000 or 3,000 views, more than any other of my videos. And a friend of mine sends me the information, I make the video. But they are really going in to all that 80 stuff. So they've got the 18 van coming out, they've got the 007 Aston Martin, and obviously they've just announced that they're doing I forgot now. Oh no, I've completely gone blank. Someone will know. But there's so much going on at the moment. What was it? My mind has absolutely gone blank. Anyway, I'm thinking of getting some Playmobil to review, because it seems to do very well on my channel. So yeah, there is another 2CV van coming out in the future in France. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Well done, Jay. It was the Knight Rider. Yep. My mind. Woo. It's just gone. So much going on at the moment with work and everything else. But yes, yeah, Knight Rider. That's coming out. The car talks and stuff. So Airwolf. Going back to the last question from John. It might be coming. It might be. I don't know. They've got 2 mystery sets coming out. My friend said, and I think one of them is a sort of car related to a series of film. So yeah, Playmobil, Back to the Future is very popular. All 3 films. Yep, exactly. You've got Ecto 1 as well. I think they're going to be doing Afterlife Ecto 1 as well, because they done Ecto from the first 2 films. They obviously do Star Trek as well now. They're doing AT, mystery, all that sort of stuff. But the videos that I've done have just been me talking over the pictures that I got, and it's getting me loads of views. So I'm thinking maybe next year I get some of these Playmobil and I'll do a review on them. Also, as well, next year I'm going to start collecting the Star Trek Playmates figures that they've started to reintroduce. So I'll be getting them on the channel as well. So there's quite a lot of bits next year. I'm going to keep what I'm doing now. So Monday to Wednesday I'll be part works, and then obviously Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be random videos, and then obviously Sunday will be for my live thing as well. I want to see what people. I want to do some. Obviously, I'm doing some gaming videos. Like I said, I've got the thing down in Headshot and all this sort of stuff. And I'm going to do a live video. A gaming video of me playing, so we can all chat as well. But I'm trying to see which would probably be the best time and the best day to do that. And I'm going to ask that question nearer the time I start doing it, so I know roughly if people would like to watch me do it, for starters, and secondly, what the best time was and day for watching me muck about. On the game I'm playing at the moment is Far Cry. That's the one I've been doing at the moment. That's actually quite a good game, really. It's very addictive. But yeah. So next year I want to do some Playmobil. I'm definitely going to be doing the new Star Trek toys that are coming out as well. Obviously my wrestling videos. Me and Dan back on our wrestling podcast. We're going to be doing one this year, and then going to start doing it more regularly in the new year. So yeah. Just as long as you warn them about language. Oh, right. What, on the computer? Language. No, I'll tone it down. I'll try to tone it down. I do get quite frustrated with it. It might be a comedy thing if you want to watch it. But yeah. When you get into a game, and yeah, when you're really into it, it does get frustrating. I get very frustrated by it. It's nice though. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, why'd you play it? You get so stressed." It's detox sort of thing. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's that. But I mean, what sort of partworks would people like? I know lots of people want the Alien build to come out and RoboCop. I've got a funny feeling maybe a bit of a wait but you never know. I mean, you know, you got Hachette releasing a build straight away without a test run. Yeah, yeah. You need to get a swear jar. I think the swear jar would be full. It would be full. I think because I play this in the evening, and yeah, I do get I do get into it, and I do get a bit frustrated with it. I've got to admit, but I'll try and tone it down. But yeah, Anyway, it'll be full within a few minutes. Not really. I'm not that bad, am I? Yeah. I'm not that bad. So yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to next year on the channel. I think they're gonna do the Infinity Gauntlet over in France. The help to fund all the part works. Yeah, that would be that would yeah. I suppose it could, couldn't it? It could be enough to get another part work. But then what would I build? Where the problem I have is not that I can't do my part work. It's where do I put it? Because I very well I don't get rid of any of my part works. But it's sort of where, I mean, you look around and it's like I don't want it being too cluttered. But you know, my wife said that if the Hogwarts Express comes out, we'll do that and we'll find somewhere to put it. That's fine. I haven't got any more room for vehicles. I've got Ecto One, the DeLorean, the first Mustang by D'Agostini, the GT 500, and obviously the Dodge Chargers. That's 4, and they sit on a unit together in our bedroom. Obviously, I've got the Terminator, R2-D2's upstairs as well. And then the Alien, I've already got a space for that. It's probably going to go next to my Terminator or somewhere else. But I think figurine type models. I mean, the Iron Man's another good one that will be displayed quite well. Figurines are quite easy to display. It's the cars, it's the length I'm going to find trouble with displaying. But I'm all right with displaying figures and stuff like that. It's other things as well. So I'm going to have a tweak and see what style. I mean, I've got a lot of Star Trek ships from Eaglemoss that I haven't. They're still in their boxes. So next year the plan is to get them out and display them, put them in display cabinet. I have got one, but I've got to get the extra shelves, and then they'll be all out on display as well. So yeah, it's just a bit of a you know, I might find a space for something. I want to do the tumbler if and when it comes out over here, but I've got a funny feeling that maybe a year, maybe 2 away from coming out. At which point all the other partworks would have finished, so it might tally up quite well. That'd be quite good. So would anyone be building the King Tiger? When the King Tiger tank was previewed this year, test run, I was told it had done very well. And would any of you be building that? It looks like it's a little bit like the Agora tank, but obviously a King Tiger one, which I think is a better tank. One of the games I play on my PlayStation is World of Tanks. If you've ever played it, it's very lifelike. It's very good. You can come watch me play that actually. But yeah, the King Tiger tank. Would anyone be interested in building that? Because it's going to have the remote control as well. So like I said, it's exactly like the Agora one, just a King Tiger, which I would imagine if anything that Agora Hachette does, I think Agora will take on. So I guarantee they'll end up eventually doing the Eddie Stobart. I'm quite surprised they haven't done that yet. They've already announced they're doing the Titanic, but why haven't they done or picked up the Eddie Stobart truck? It's just I'm wondering why they chose to do that, why they chose to skip that. Yeah. I would build the kit as long as it's not a toy. Well, the kit's out at the moment, isn't it? I think I might actually pick the Playmobil version up and see how the review goes for that. Just to see what it's like. I mean, the kids will love that. So, no tank for me. Too many current parks on the go. But so want the 1966 Batmobile. Yeah, that's going to be June, July time. That's what I've been told from Eagle Moss State. It's definitely going ahead, but it's on the slow boat from China. That's what I've been told. I would imagine they would want enough issues here before they green light it, just so they know that there's a stream coming in. They've had massive problems with Ecto and the Enterprise. I know that I'm not going to tell. I've told my patrons obviously, but I can't say any more. But there is a plan in place where that will become less of a thing. Is a must for you, Andy. Okay, yeah, King Tiger tanks. They're quite good. I've got to say. If you watched all war documentaries like me and all military armors and stuff like that, you'll know that the Tiger tank is like it's at the top in terms of tank building. Agora fire truck looks a bit of a toy also. Agora have taken a very bad hit, haven't they? I've heard lots of over the last 2 months. I've heard lots of negative things about delivery and all that sort of stuff. I have heard lots of bad things coming out about Agora, about sending parcels out, not people receiving them, and everything like that. But it doesn't. The thing that it didn't appeal to me was the size. It's a very small model in terms. If you look at it in terms of everything else that we build in 1/8 scale, it's even smaller than the Routemaster, and the Routemaster is huge. But yeah, it's very small. I've heard lots of people ask me, would you do the Routemaster or the fire truck? I always said the Routemaster because the Routemaster it's a really good build. It does have its flaws, but then so does any other build that you build. All have their flaws as well. But yeah, I think because it's small, I think that's what makes it more like a toy. It's because of the size of it. I mean, it's the ladder remote. I mean, can you push a button and the ladder goes up on its own? Is that right, or do you have to put it up? I can't remember. I know it's going to have lights and sounds and all that sort of stuff, but I think because of the size of it, it comes across like a toy. I have been watching, by the way. I'll tell you what there is. There's not a lot to do in it, is there? In each pack, you get a lot of parts, but you're not doing a lot at the moment with them. Yeah. Pack 5 and 6 are 0, and I haven't paid pack 6 yet. Fair enough. It's their mistake. But yes, so they have redeemed themselves this month. I know a lot of people have said they asked for stuff, and some people have been getting like you've been getting pack 6 and they're waiting for pack 5, and they're not answering emails, and yeah, it's just the general stuff that you get with things like Eagle Moss and the Agostini and all those sort of companies. And I always thought Agora wasn't like that, and now it's sort of turning like that. The spot, yeah, it's yeah. I did say to you, Joe, you'd be massively impressed with the size of it. I've got 1/6 scale figures, and they do 1/6 scale vehicles as well. The Tumbler, the DeLorean, obviously Ecto as well, all in 1/6. So you can see how big these things are going to be. I hope they do more 1/6 scale stuff because it's a really nice scale. Yeah, really nice scale. Watch around, not impressed. Yeah, I'm on the fence as well. I am not impressed at all. Like I said, there was a lot. You get a lot of parts, but not a lot to do. It seemed a bit like there was another one like that, wasn't there? I think is it the DB5? or the Aston Martin was very similar to that as well, where you just got loads and loads of parts, and then it was near the end you started building it. So I had problems with Agora, but as soon as I spoke to the right person, it was all resolved. It's always good to know people in the right places. That's what I've got to say, Mark. Waiting for Bismarck display case from Agora, which should have been with me November. They have communicated via email, so I'm not concerned yet. Yeah. Well, I work for Royal Mail, and yeah, it's in a bad way at the moment with staff shortages, COVID, and people off sick, and Christmas as well. It's the perfect storm, I've been told, as well, and due to the fact higher ups have said that there's no overtime as well. So I don't know. Do you know what? No one's told me not to say any of this stuff, but okay. But yeah, so they cancelled all the overtime just at the busiest time of the year. Do you know what they've never done? This is the first time I've ever heard of them doing that, and they want to save money. They made. This is bizarre, right? So just a bit off site. So last year they announced they made £400 million in profit, Royal Mail, and then last week they sent out an email to all the managers saying they want to reduce the overtime because their budget is going to be smaller next year. So there's less money for offices next year for stuff, and they just announced they've got loads of money in profit. I don't know how that works, but as long as they keep their investors happy, eh? We all suffer. You know, it's not just customers, it's staff as well. So, yeah. Agora using as well as Royal Mail. Well, I think they're also in a bad way as well. DPD, TNT, they're all in like the same sort of boat. But I think Royal Mail, in some regions, they're doing better than others. In other regions, some customers hasn't had any mail, say letter mail, for about 5 days. Anything that's priority, tracked, all that sort of stuff, that's priority. That will always go out as it should. Letters and stuff, I've known of rounds not going out for about 5 days. So there's some big changes coming, I think. Our snail mail is a mess here. We don't have enough posties now. They're not employing anyone. They're cutting money. They're making profit. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. The delivery was 5 days late from DPD. Yeah. I mean, they talk to each other anyway, and yeah, they're all in the same boat. They've had a lot of people leave HGV jobs. Money's better now. So yeah, it's it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Everyone was saying we'll calm down after Christmas, but it's not good enough, really, is it? It's not good enough. But yeah, it's always busy at Christmas, but this year is the perfect storm. It's worse this year than it was last year. And last year everything was locked down. You've done all your but this year is yeah. There's a lot of talk at the moment that there might be a takeover, but it's just talk. But yeah, but that's what we've all been dealing with at work. But yeah, so back onto part works and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be doing like I said, I'll be doing some more toy review stuff because I collect a lot of Transformers and stuff like that, and I've never normally done videos, so I want to do them as well. There's 1 or 2 hot toys I want to actually pick up for my wife, so I might pick them up next year, do a review on them as well. Yeah, they have. It's toned down though. It's a toned down recruitment thing. Yeah, it's just a toned down one this year. But it's not just that. They employ, there's a limit number that they employ. And then you have people that go off sick, off with stress, off with COVID. And then what happens is there's no one there to cover it. So a lot of offices at the moment is when your postie is on his day off, it doesn't get covered. They brought in a policy a couple of years ago where we used to have things called casual staff, which are, agency workers. We call them casuals. And they were not allowed to deliver mail. They can collect mail and they can sort it in the warehouses. They don't deliver because there was always problems with people stealing it, running off in the bags, dropping the bags in rivers and swamps and fields. We've had it all. So they stopped all that. So effectively, there's no extra people working on deliveries. And what's happening at the moment is normally you have a cover duty. So normally if when your postie's off, someone covers that duty, but because they're so short of staff, that's not happening. So when your postman is on his day off, no one covers his round, which means you don't get any mail. They are, yeah. Some vans, are already there. I know that already. Yeah, they're already being rolled out at the minute. Some offices have already got them. And the problem is we've got the vans, which is great, but they haven't got the electrical supply in yet because it needs to be wired up. So they've given us all the vans, but no real way of charging them. But yes, next year it's going to be a massive rollout. Lots of offices at the moment have got them, but people need to be trained up on them. And at the moment, there's only a handful of people in the whole country that is able to train them up. So some offices have got the vans already, but can't use them. They can't charge them, and they can't train people up. It's the busiest time of the year. It's probably the worst time to do it. Maybe do it in January, but yeah, a lot of the offices have already got the electric vans already. So yeah, I don't think they've been tested on the rural rounds. That will be a challenge, I think. I think there's always going to be a mixture of the diesel and electric vans at offices anyway, or hire vans, because you must have seen all the hire vans that we own. I think in one office they have every hire van in that region hired out to Royal Mail. That's how many vans. There's not enough vans, and then people crash them all the time. So it's not a good look. I'm not selling it, am I? Really, I should be. I should be selling it. I should be going, hey, come and work for us. Well, the money's good. I will tell you that the money is good. There is money there to be made, but no, it's not. It's not a joyful time at the moment. But anyway, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we have two posties. One is out in all weathers, and she's disabled. The other one covers a raindrop and says, "Sod that, no deliveries today." Yeah, yeah. So offices, you would have thought all offices work the same. They don't. Some offices work completely their own. Some offices make their own rules up and do their own thing. But as long as they're keeping the bosses happy, it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'll be doing more wrestling belts. I'll be getting loads of more stuff. The alien build is actually coming on, I'll say, very, very slowly. The bits I've gotten are small. Also, as well, it's worth noting as well, next year there is a planned increase for part works. I know there's one coming from Fan Home. And I know there's one coming from someone else. I can't say. But that's all I'm saying. But there is definitely 100% price rises coming to the current part works you're building. So just thought I'd let you all know about that. I don't know how much it's going to be. Probably a couple of quid. on each issue, but that does tally up in the end. But I do know Fan Home and one other company, but I can't say. But there is definitely price increases coming on part works that we're building right now. So, and that doesn't just cover new subscribers to that part work. That covers everyone else who's currently building it. So, if you're on issue 70, there is definitely a price rise coming. Yeah. So, is that already applied the price increase on that? They might have done already. I only know a Fan Homes one because I reached out to them and they said that there is one, and I said the price. They said the price increase will start with all the new part work. So if you start a new part work with them, the price increase will be from issue 1. But if you're up to issue, I don't know, 70 of the Iron Man, you will then be charged the new price on the remainder of the collection, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So as far as I know, it's to do with fuel costs and shipping. That is crippling a lot of part work companies at the moment. So it'd be interesting if Agora do a price increase, but I know a lot of the other ones are. Yes, it was from issue 4. Yeah, so they've already applying the price increase. So yeah, I think like I said, a lot of the price increases are going up by £1 or £2. Doesn't sound a lot, but if you do a monthly subscription and it's costing you 40 quid, it's going to cost you nearly 45 quid each month instead of 40. It doesn't sound a lot, but it does tally up at the end. But I just thought I'd let everyone know that, because it's one of those things that creeps up on people and they go, oh, I didn't know a price rise was coming. Because a lot of these companies will say there's a price rise from the next issue. They'll tell you the issue before. Yeah, that happens. Hachette are very famous for doing that. I've got a funny thing, there is going to be a price increase on their part works as well. But yes, like I said, this doesn't just include your weekly subscriptions. This includes your monthly one as well. And it's not just from people that subscribe from issue 1. It's going to be from people that subscribe, well, from anything sort of thing. So it all will be explained in the coming weeks, I do believe. I think they're looking to do the price increase around, before April, I've been told. The price increases will come before April, before the tax year. So I think for some it'll be happy days. I think for others it could be not so happy. But it's worth just discussing that as well. It's not nice, is it? It's not nice going, oh, I'm going to have to pay another £2 extra. It's fine, but like I said, it does tally, especially if you're on a budget. If you budget for £10 for the whole issues or for the whole build, and then being told it's going to be £12 an issue now. Yeah, it can be a bit like, okay, it's an extra £2. But like I said, it does tally up, doesn't it? So, but yeah, it's not a big price increase, but I know one's coming. I think a lot of the companies, like I said, it's to do with fuel and postage costs because they've all gone up as well. And I know that prices are going to go up next year anyway on everything. They've already gone up already. And then next year, the old tax man comes along and says, that extra £40 that you got, well, I'm going to take 80 instead. That's what it's going to be like next year. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's the way the world is going at the moment. It's got a bit crazy, isn't it? It's got a bit loopy-doo. I do believe the Prime Minister is making a statement at 8 o'clock tonight on most channels. Hopefully it's to tell us where the rave is, so we can all attend this time. I don't want to get too political, but it's not a good look. Anyway. But yeah, so I'll be doing that as well. I was looking at some Marvel Legend figures. Would anyone like me to look or get some Marvel Legend figures? I've seen some of them. I'm definitely going to pick up some Marvel Hot Toys. I used to collect Hot Toys many moons ago. but I think I might start collecting them again. Also, as well, a company approached me and asked me would I be interested in reviewing some of their cars. Now, I'm not entirely sure how they would come across on the channel. So, Java. Does anyone know what Java cars are? So they're the company that do all the model cars. I think they're 118 scale or 112 scale or something like that. They do like if you go into supermarkets now, you can probably see them on the shelves as the Fast and Furious cars because they do them, but they do a load of other ones as well. They do themed cars like the Batmobiles, and I do believe they do things like the Joker's car and Harley Quinn's car and Starsky and Hutch and all that sort of stuff. It's called Java, Jave. Is it Java? Yeah. But I didn't think it would be something that it would be good on the channel, if you know what I mean. But it's something that I can get if need be. And I was just wondering if anyone would like me to get them, to review them, sort of thing. But yeah, so I hope people are typing now Java. I think that's what it's called. But they do the model cars anyway. They're quite good. I've got some of them. We've got I think we've got Dom's Dodge Charger and the Eclipse as well. The Mitsubishi Eclipse, I think we've got. But they're from the company, and I was just wondering if anyone would like me to review them. But yeah, that's come up as well. But yeah, there's lots. I think there's lots of opportunity now. Now I've got, I have to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. 1,500 subscribers. I mean, that's mad. Something different for your channel. Yeah. This is why I want to do the sort of figure reviews, toy reviews, and stuff like that, because it's something else that I'm passionate about. Obviously, my wrestling belts as well, but yeah, it's definitely something that I am passionate about and that I collect. It's just something that I don't put on the channel. And I made that mistake when I'd done my the Route Master. I made that mistake when I'd done the Route Master. When I built it, I was like, it doesn't really go with the channel. I wanted it sort of TV sci-fi themed. And then it was only after, and I was talking with Paint with Penny with this and stuff like that. And yeah, by the time I'd realised I should have done it, I was on issue 70, 73. And by that point, it was quite built. So it was like, yeah, I should have done this on the channel, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm like Jay said, I'm thinking of now doing stuff now. Just it doesn't matter. Just do something that's a bit different, because there's a lot of partwork channels out there. So I want to try and, over the next year two, my partwork stuff is going to dwindle. So I want to be able to have something that can transition over. So like the Playmobil, the Playmate Star Trek action figures I'm going to do as well. I'm going to get better lighting. I know the lighting is an issue. So I've got these spotlights, the circle lights somewhere. It's here. The ring lights, which they're okay, but I would like they do smaller little block ones. Oh. They do smaller little block versions, and they look a lot better. So I could have a lot of them sort of planted around, a bit more light. I'm also going to get a turntable as well, so that'd be quite good to put a figure on. Like we've got Optimus here, and he just turns slightly on the camera, which will look quite good. Yeah. By the way, I picked this little guy up for £1 at the charity shop. I thought I couldn't let him just sit there, but I'm quite impressed with that. Only £1 for Optimus Prime. I'll have that. I'm a big kid, and just refreshing my channel, and I think of doing more in 2020 once I recover from the op, and I'm going to start doing more. Yeah, recover first. That's the must thing. I mean, I might be going for a NEOP next year. I'm due to see a consultant soon again, so I might be going for an op on my knee. So I'm hoping that doesn't affect stuff too much with stuff. But yeah, I mean, just like you, Joe, I'm wanting to do a little bit more, but a little bit different as well than what everyone comes to the channel for. I mean, I do like my Star Trek reviews on starships, and I think that's going to continue because I think Eagle Moss were impressed with the review that I did, and you know my foot's in the door now, and they're sending me stuff which is good. So I think they will continue. But yeah, like you know, just reviewing figures like this, and I'm definitely going to be doing. I think I'm definitely going to be doing Playmobil, and definitely the new Star Trek figures from Playmates. They're figures that I used to collect when I was little. So yeah, the Starship. I have very fond memories of me about 9, 10 years old playing with my Star Trek figures. So it'll bring back some memories to do them, and it'll be nice for the channel. Nice breakaway. I want to do more film related stuff as well. I'm going back to Milton Keynes next year, probably in January or February. I'm going to do another video at the robot restaurant because yeah, I think it deserves a whole video just on that. I'm also planning to do the arcade there and the sci-fi museum next year when it's a little bit warmer, probably March, April time. I'm going to go to the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre where they have some steam trains, proper steam trains. We're going to have a ride on the rails and all that sort of stuff. We're planning on going to London quite a lot next year, so there'll be a lot of videos of me going Natural History Museum, Science Museum, Transport Museum, War Museum, all that sort of stuff. So that'll all be on the channel as well next year. But yeah, so yeah, I just want to change it a little bit. And I want you to get just a variety. Yeah, that's the word, variety on my channel. I don't want you to do that sort of thing and all that. Yeah, that would be good, Jay. Yeah, I'd watch them definitely. But yeah, more walk around videos. So I'm going to be doing all of that sort of stuff next year. That is only if the Rona goes away. So that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But we can all live in hope, can't we, Jesus? It is the time of year, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, I'm going to definitely do live videos of me playing, so you can. Yeah, I don't think they've got enough bleeps, so to expect some blue language. I do apologise beforehand, but that'll be next year, and I'll be on video as well. And we can all chat while I'm playing, and you can help me do it and stuff like that. So that'll be a lot more interactive. Also, as well, my patrons. Now I've been testing this. I've got the background here, but I'm going to sort the lighting and everything in here as well. But next year, I'm going to have my patrons on here as a virtual audience. So if you're on Patreon, you can come and join me actually live on a Sunday like this, and I can wave to all my patrons, and they'll be all waving back, and they can join in and stuff like that. Well, that'd be good. Yeah, yeah. When you come down, say, and we'll try and sort something if we can get the time and that to meet up. So yeah, we'll do that definitely. Because MK's it's not even 45 minutes on the train. It's about half hour. It's a really quick journey on the train for us and cheap as well. So yeah, we'll do that. I'm up for that, Jay. But yeah, so if you're a patron, you can appear on the show next year. We'll probably use something like Zoom or even Streamlabs or something. Something on here anyway. But anyway, look, I'm going now. Night, John. Yeah, I'm going now. It's an hour now, so I am off to find out what he's going to say. I hope you have a great. It's nearly 4 hours for me. We'll sort something out. But look, I'm going to go now. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back next year for our last live stream Sunday video of the year. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining and speaking. It's been absolutely wonderful as always, and we'll see you at the next video.